a path to recess, so we ask that you please keep these pathways clear. At the conclusion of the commencement ceremony, and when the graduates have already exited the stadium, parents and guests may greet the graduates in front of our main entrance. The guests seated on the visitors' side are to exit through the gate behind the visitors' bleachers. Guests seated in the home stands are to exit the stadium through the ticket booth archway. Laboratory facilities are located behind the home bleachers. Emergency technicians are available in the home stands, the away stands, and by the main entrance in case of an emergency. Smoking is prohibited on the grounds of Henderson High School. We have an official photographer covering this event, so please enjoy the commencement in real time and not behind your cameras. The class of 2025 has achieved much during their time at Henderson High School, and we ask that you respect the solemnity of this event. Celebrate their achievements by turning off your cell phones and refrain from loud outbursts. We do ask at the conclusion of the ceremony to please remain in your seats and keep our pathways clear for the graduates to exit the stadium first. Please wait for the music to stop before you exit the stadium. This is for the safety of our graduates and everyone in attendance. Please enjoy the 158 graduation exercises of Henderson High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 158th commencement exercise of the Reed Henderson High School. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the graduating class of 2025.
Have you seen that TikTok? Okay. Did you say yes? Yeah.
President of the class of 2025, will now lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and please remain standing for the singing of our Star-Spangled Banner.
Would the audience please stand? Gentlemen, please remove your caps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all. Gentlemen, not yet. It is my honor to introduce senior soloist Brooke Kaufman for the singing of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, on the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now, gentlemen, you may put your caps back on, and everyone, please be seated. Students, friends, and countrymen, you should all be proud of yourselves for making it here after nearly 13 years in schooling. Even the Henderson plumbing and roof couldn't make it that far, so you're doing better than they are. In all seriousness, thank you for having me up here to give you one last morning announcement. I'll try to keep it snappy by following our script for the announcements. We did the pledge, so we can skip that. Listen up, seniors in the class of 2025. We're all going to be making a lot more decisions next year, from schedules to activities to work to where we live. There's a lot to decide. So whatever you do, do it with purpose. Public service announcement. Don't, as the kids say, doom scroll. Don't doom stroll your way through life. That was a bit of wordplay, or as the elders call it, a pun. Don't be pushed from one place to the next because of some arbitrary idea of what you should do. There isn't a should. There's only what you are doing and what you want to do. So don't sit on the sidelines or in the wings or in the seat furthest back. There's a reason you show up to every place. Don't be ashamed of why you're there. Who has the time for that? You have one life, and you shouldn't waste it by hiding away. You've got dreams to fulfill, you've got things to get done, you've got a world around you to be a part of. That's the wonderful, terrible thing about it. From here on out, it's up to you. Who do you want to be? What do you want to do? for yourself and do it with purpose. And according to my very real watch, which is most certainly on my wrist, I've already used too much time and Miss Ritz would be telling me to wrap it up. So let's jump to the credits and thank yous. Thank you to the wonderful teachers, both here at Henderson and at all of our schools from our past. They taught us from the beginning, when we were drawing on the walls, to now, when we were making TikToks in the halls. Thank you to the parents, mentors, and friends who stood by us, helped us out in big and small amounts along the way, including, but not limited to, getting us coffee so that we wouldn't be evil in the morning. Thank you to the amazing staff at the front desk, in the custodial department, in the counseling office, APT, emotional support, English language learners, life skills, who are always there to support our learning careers. Whether it's in adding an extra building block situation or a full-on about to fall over Jenga tower situation. After you walk this stage and are free to go, find someone who helped you out and give them thanks. As my final sign-off, I want to say to the class of 2025, congratulations. And I couldn't be happier to be graduating with such a talented class of hardworking, intelligent, creative, kind, hilarious, and interesting individuals. You're gonna do great things, and I can't wait to see you. That's all for today's morning announcements. Have a wonderful day. To address the class, the graduating class this year, honor speakers, Peter Kennedy and Adarshini Arangoli Gajesh. Please welcome our first honor speaker, Peter Kennedy.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, teachers and administrators, school board members, and Superintendent Dr. David Christopher. Welcome to the Henderson High School Class of 2025 Commencement Ceremony. You can clap for that, guys. Come on, let's go. I'm sure we can all remember that first day of high school, back in 2021. Masks covering our faces, staying 6 feet apart, and wiping down our desks after each class. No doubt, those were uncertain times, and not the easiest moment to begin our journey in a brand new school. From countless middle school experiences, we converged at Henderson High School, still hidden from one another, cloaked behind our masks. However, pieces of cloth over our noses and mouths likely weren't the only masks we wore coming into high school. We also had metaphorical ones that hid our self-doubts, our insecurities, our fears. They pushed us to fit in, to conform, hiding our talents, our truths, our potential from each other and the world, and maybe even ourselves. During the spring of our freshman year, we eagerly cast off our literal masks the day we no longer had to wear them. But the shedding of our invisible masks was a more gradual process. And that shedding took time, and it might have been uncomfortable, or even hurt at times. You know, I like to think of our last 4 years here at Henderson as an unmasking of sorts. The unmasking I'm talking about has nothing to do with pieces of cloth and everything to do with discovering and growing into the young adults we have become and discovering where we belong in this interconnected, changing, scary, and beautiful world. To do this has been no easy task. We've had to pay attention. We had to look up from our phones, stop scrolling, take the AirPods out, and pay attention to the world around us. We not only recognized the challenges facing our local, national, and global community, but we stood up and took initiative to make those very communities better. And for many of us, in the last 4 years, we volunteered our time and energies to support clubs and organizations that better the lives of the people around us. Beyond the simplicity of putting smiles on people's faces each morning, waiting for them in the student lot, or welcoming them in the lobby with an iced coffee, we've collected supplies for those impacted by natural disasters, organized voter drives, and volunteered side by side at the Westchester Food Cupboard to address food insecurity. We distributed Narcan to combat overdose deaths, mentored and tutored at the Melton Center. We've organized inclusive dances and sporting events for all Henderson students and trained students across our district to administer life-saving CPR. Our class has paid attention to the world around us and decided our place in it is to use our talents to make the world a better place. You know, not only have we paid attention to the world around us, but we've also learned how to recognize our strong, maskless peers. Through the highs and the lows, the good and the bad, we became more receptive to the needs of others, came to understand how to navigate challenging situations standing side by side. During this time, we learned to become better friends to one another, the peer that can offer advice, whether it comes to selecting a college or deciding between the Easter basket and the shopping cart on anything but a backpack day. We learned to become the friends that can lend a shoulder to cry on. We learned to bring a smile or a laugh when you need it most, whether it be Kennedy at the speaking contest or Benson at the lunch table. But this would not have been possible without every person sitting here today. Each and every one of us played a role in supporting one another to grow into the people we are now, allowing each other to get comfortable with taking off our masks, showing our more authentic selves to the world. The last 4 years have taught us to pay attention to the world around us. We've grown into leaders, creators, thinkers, artists, and valuable members of larger communities. We've learned to pay attention to the people around us, growing into better friends, better teammates, even lab partners, group project members. Okay, maybe not all of us on that last one, but that's beside the point. And last but most importantly of all, we've learned to pay attention to ourselves, our wants, our needs. We've learned to advocate for ourselves, communicating with our teachers, coaches, friends, parents, bosses, family members to ensure we can strive for success. We've learned to take time off, to slow down, and prioritize our mental and emotional health when we need to. Maybe we've even learned to say no, and it's no easy feat. But maybe we've learned to say yes, even when it's difficult or uncomfortable or even daunting. But when we are called to something special, important, or vital catches our eye. Today, we don't leave with all the answers. None of us are the people we were 4 years ago, and none of us are the people we'll grow to become in 1, 5, 10, or even 20 years from now, as far as that sounds. But what I can say is that the masks have been lowered. Our time at Henderson allowed us to shed the masks, to go into the world eyes wide open, while making sure we listen to those around us, and most importantly, listen to ourselves. Let's go into the world, eyes open, AirPods out, masks off. Congratulations to the Henderson class of 2025. We did it. Now, please welcome our second honor speaker, Adarshini Arangli Vijesh.
Thank you, Peter, for that introduction. Not too many months ago, at Chester County Hospital, I met a 78-year-old man who asked where I went to high school. When I told him Henderson, he responded with, "I graduated from there 50 years ago. It was a lot different then." And that's actually all I have for that story. I would tell you more, but I honestly couldn't remember much because I kept wondering how this place even existed 50 years ago. Henderson stood here, almost like a stage on which, since that man graduated, 50 classes have performed. The floorboards of the stage echo the sounds of those who came before us. So what does it mean for us to walk on the stage that is Henderson, where many of us have performed plays, taken tests, jumped hurdles, and scarfed our lunches? If you don't mind, I'd like to switch to a poem to get my message across. I use this poem as a depiction of our journey. Just like in the poem, we are all part of the stage production moving to the center stage, and the metaphor of an auditorium depicts our journey there. We start at the back, always the back, like an echo in the audience where the spotlight don't shine. And center stage feels like fiction, a place for someone else's lines. Some of us started in shadows, in the lightning booth behind glass, watching others take their place while we'd questioned if we ever'd make it. Past the velvet ropes, the steps, the glare, we'd wonder to ourselves, is center stage even fair? The ones on stage, they knew, watched us blink beneath that booth's blue hue, wondering if or when we'd ever break through, but the path was never straight. You can't jump to the front, you gotta navigate a maze of closed doors and whispered stunts. On our journey to the stage, we saw the dressing rooms first. They told us, you wanna be on stage, you gotta fix your face, dress the part, look the way they want from the start. But some stayed there, so long looking in the mirror, that they forgot the art. The rest of us moved on, Following the sound of the musicians, they held their violins, put their bass to the ground. We asked for directions, but the music was loud, and some of us got caught in it. Not lost, but found. Their truth in the tune, their rhythm in the crowd. Next, we saw the crew, the set builders and light riggers. We moved on, but should have quicker, because some, they were caught by kindness, that backstage bond, that shared sweat. And so we said so long, but not without regret. We lost yet more backstage, to the dancers and the crews. For every place we went, each of us found something true. We lost those amongst us, not to failure, but to passion, joy, or something new. And though some thought they'd won when they made it to the center spot, they wondered about where the others had gone. Those who had stayed found magic in their place, not too little, not too late, but something lit with their own grace. Perhaps they were never meant to be racing, but more importantly, no one could tell exactly what they'd been chasing. In truth, the people who'd stopped were exactly where they were meant to be. Some stopped to learn the essential knowledge they needed before eventually moving to another area. But everyone in the auditorium played their own part and had their own journey. The poem is unfinished, ending on a question because the questions still stand. When do we say yes along the journey? When do we say no? What journeys do we say no to even starting? In a life where the journey could hold infinite possibilities based on everyday yeses and nos, how do we know what choice to make? Especially when our yeses and nos affect other people too. America is a nation of diverse people and groups. The many perspectives of the people of this nation mean that everyone's journey will be different. Unlike what I depicted, some of us aren't starting from the back of the auditorium, but center stage. Some of us have been raised to perceive the journey in different ways and are supported throughout it in different ways. In her poem, Yes, No, Mary Oliver writes how important it is to walk along, not in haste, but slowly, looking at everything and calling out yes, no. However, we are never simply saying yes, nor are we ever simply saying no. Oliver is writing about the importance of understanding everything around us and saying both yes and no. The students in the earlier poem don't understand that not everyone has the same goals and priorities as they do. Not everyone had the same experience along the way. Different personas meant different end results. The lighting booth was essential to the auditorium, but not the main source of entertainment. Yes and no. Grace was the most important thing to the dancers, but not to the stage crew. Yes and no. The reality is that somewhere between the threshold of yes and no exists the truth. It's neither black nor white. And it certainly doesn't exist within the spectrum of the shades of gray because our world is too multifaceted and complex to be expressed in anything but color. So the answer is yes and no. The most important thing is to pay attention because this is our endless and proper work. All the yeses and nos of yesterday and all your yeses and nos tomorrow will continue to contribute to the events of the auditorium. So like the Native American saying goes, before you answer your yeses and nos, it would be wise to think 7 generations ahead, because our answers will still be echoing then. Because it's not just us out here. Because we are not just one color, or ethnicity, or gender, or personality, or character, or human. Because for a lot of us, before we are a certain color, or ethnicity, or gender, or personality, or character, we are just human. And because all the humans that come before and after us make us who we are, and should make us who we'll strive to be. In the poem, the senior dancers encouraged some of the students to stop on their journey. The musicians tracked others in. Where we are on our journey influences the path of others too. So we must consider the auditorium is filled with memories of the choices of people who came before. And one day, perhaps we will return as well to our quiet auditorium, to stand in our places, to feel what it was like to be uncertain of the journey. I sincerely hope we can all find our way, back to the lighting booth, back from whence we came, back to Henderson. Like the old man at the hospital said, it's going to be a lot different then. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Peter and Henderson. That was awesome. As the class of 2025 entered, we hope that you paid particular attention to those seniors who are wearing stoles and cords. These symbols represent academic excellence and signify that these students have earned the distinction of being members of one or more of the honor societies at Henderson High School. On behalf of Henderson High School, it is with great pleasure that I recognize the following seniors for achieving the rank of Eagle Scout as part of the Boy Scouts of America. Please rise. Grant Jezikowski, Elliot Carver, Peter Kennedy, Samuel Miller, Nathaniel Olmstead, Benjamin Pence, Adam Bonser, and Luca Urbani. The term All-American refers to athletes that are regarded as the best at their positions. All-Americans are nominated and then voted by a group of coaches, recognizing not only athletic excellence, but also leadership and dedication. We are proud to honor the following senior as an All-American in their sport. Please rise, Kendall Brandon. An academic All-American is a student athlete recognized for outstanding achievement in both the classroom and in their sport. This honor is given to individuals who demonstrate high academic performance, athletic excellence, and strong character and leadership. Please rise, Jackson McMonagle. The all-academic team honors student athletes who excel both in the classroom and in an athletic competition. This prestigious recognition highlights individuals who demonstrate a strong commitment to academic excellence while participating in interscholastic sports. Please rise, Liliana Bertrando and Kendall Brandon. At this time, we'd like to recognize students who have reported to us that they are enlisting in the military or joining the ROTC. Please rise and be acknowledged. Benson Lee, West Point appointment. Adam Bonser, West Point appointment. Travis Aarons, PA Army National Guard. Sedalia Ramirez, Air Force. Jackson McMonagle, Navy ROTC. And Charlie Watson, Navy ROTC. We would also like to acknowledge those who have served or are currently serving in the armed forces. Please stand so we may recognize and honor your service to our country. Thank you for your dedication and sacrifice. Marvin C. Bowman was a proud graduate of Henderson High School, class of 1952. He served his country honorably in the United States Air Force during the Vietnam War and was a lifetime resident of Westchester. His legacy of service, community, and commitment to education lives through this scholarship. The Marvin C. Bowman College Scholarship provides $5,000 per year for 4 years, offering a transformative opportunity to a student whose academic achievements, resilience, and dedication have truly deserved this honor. But this scholarship represents more than financial assistance. It is a powerful affirmation of the student's potential, a vote of confidence to their future, and meaningful investment to the next generation. With this support, the recipient can pursue their educational goals without the burden of financial stress, allowing them to focus fully on learning and growing, and ultimately making a lasting impact on the world. Congratulations to Maximilian Twistler, Temple University. At this time, I would like to mention the names of students who have already received a variety of scholarships and awards. Aiden Anderson, Rochester Institute of Technology, RIT Presidential Scholarship. Gabrielle Bandy, University of Tampa, UT Presidential Merit Scholarship. Margaret Barnes, Penn State University, W.W. Granger Incorporated Scholarship, Bruce E. Hepke Memorial Scholarship. Mia Bell, Washington University in St. Louis, John B. Irvin Scholarship. Neil and Bender, Duke University, National Merit. Charlotte Barron, George Washington University, Presidential Scholarship. Julian Bruton, University of Georgia, Classic Scholarship. Kristen Davis, University of Delaware, UD, Presidential Scholarship. Max Ebenreiter, the Bucknell University, Malasardi Arts and Sciences Scholars Program. Mason Urshide, University of Denver, University Scholarship. Taylor Ford, Carnegie Mellon University, Carnegie Mellon Undergraduate Grant. Evie Godin, Stevens Institute of Technology, Martha Baird Stevens Scholarship, Presidential Achievement Scholarship, Founders Day Scholarship. Eve Arity, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, Women's Leadership Scholarship, Rensselaer Leadership Award, Rensselaer Recognition Award. Olivia Holman, University of Miami, President's Scholarship. Sam Cochin, Penn State University, Energy Finance Dean's First Year Scholars. Franklin Howard, Rensselaer Polytechnic University, Rensselaer Medal Scholarship. Julia Hughes, St. Joe's University, Anna Woodside Scholarship. Peter Kennedy, University of Pennsylvania, American Legion Boys Nation Scholarship, Chester County DAR Scholarship. Congratulations. Caitlin Ladd, Ursinus College, Zacharias Honors Scholarship. Madeline Miller, University of Georgia, Presidential Leadership Scholarship. Jeremy Mueller, University of Delaware, Presidential Scholarship. Madison Murphy, Penn State University, Zasvabo Scholarship. Matthew Otero, University of Delaware, Presidential Scholarship. Ben Pence, East Stroudsburg University, ESU Presidential Award Academic Achievement, ESU Cross Country GIA Men. Elena Price, University of Miami, President's Scholarship. Caitlin Pruden, Salisbury University, Seagull Nation Scholarship, SU Dean Scholarship. Ryan Rinaldi, University of Delaware, Presidential Scholarship. Jason Rice, Penn State University, Braddock Science Scholarship, Schreier Honors College Academic Excellence Scholarship, Sencora National Merit Scholarship. Sophie Revelle, University of Pennsylvania, Andrew Goodman Foundation Living the Legacy Scholar, Emergency Aid of Pennsylvania Foundation, Elizabeth Renor Summers Scholarship. Brady Rudabush, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, Presidential Scholarship. Alyssa Sanders, University of Delaware, UD, Presidential Scholarship. Sydney Schur, the University of Delaware Honors College, Presidential Scholarship. Ray Schneider, University of Delaware, Presidential Scholarship. Liam Schwinn, Stockton University, Presidential Scholarship, Stockton University Out-of-State Scholarship. Konstantin Siliverstov, Temple University, Boyer College Award, Cantwell Award, Dean's Merit Scholarship. Bailey Steimel, Gettysburg College, the Gladfelter Scholarship. Evan Stiles, Penn State Harrisburg University, Penn State Commonwealth Award. Edward Stoltz, University of Minnesota, Big Ten Athletic Scholarship. Rose Sweeney, Penn State University, Westchester Education Association Scholarship. Luca Urbanik, High Point University, Presidential Scholarship. Natalie Urbanski, Lim College, Academic Achievement Scholarship, Out-of-State Scholarship. Addison Venditti, University of South Carolina, Merit Award Scholarship. Umna Wasif, Thomas Jefferson University, Jefferson's Bicentennial Scholarship. Charlie Watson, Penn State University, Navy ROTC Scholarship. Charlotte Whitaker, Fairfield University, Xavier Scholarship. Isabella Williams, University of Delaware, Presidential Merit Scholarship. And Annika Wright, Westchester University, Academic Excellence Scholarship. At this time, I would like to introduce the Senior Class Administrator, Mr. Andrew Greer.
Thank you, Dr. Sherlock. Good morning. Congratulations to the following students for being named finalists in the National Merit Scholarship Program. Please rise. Neela M. Bender and Doriti Kumari. Congratulations to the following students for being named commended students in the National Merit Scholarship Program. Please rise. Kennedy Carlson, Karen H. Chin, Joshua Jardin, Abiram Kandalam, Sai Nishant Karnam, Madeline Miller, Jason W. Rice, Caitlin B. Rodriguez, Augustia Singh, and Colin W. Smolders. At this time, we would like to acknowledge the following students who've been awarded scholarships from friends and families of the Henderson community. Please rise when you hear your name. The Edith Trapnell Scholarship, the NAACP Scholarship, the BSU Award are presented to Susan Abuka. The Dr. John Hewlett III Scholarship is presented to Mia Bell. The Class of 1953 Scholarship is presented to Taylor Bonney. The Rick Merker Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Kennedy Carlson. The Dr. Alan G. Elko Scholarship is presented to Juliana DeMarco. The BSU Award and Pearls of Distinction Foundation Scholarship are presented to Janiyah Foote. The West Goshen Lion Club Scholarship is awarded to Leslie Wharton. The Rob Grimm Memorial Athletic Scholarship is presented to Lindsay Hoffman. The Samuel O. Barber Scholarship is awarded to Brooke Kaufman. The Helen Wilson Reed Scholarship is presented to Heidi Krug. The Scott Elliott Memorial Scholarship and the Stephen Chandler Erickson Foundation Scholarship are awarded to William Lukens. The Bernard F. Schlegel American Legion Post 134 School Award is presented to Jackson McMonagle. The Xerox Award for Innovation and Information Technology Scholarship is awarded to Samuel Miller. The Henderson High School PTO Scholarship is presented to Kai Olsen. The Alger C. Whitcraft Jr. Scholarship is presented to Lily Rinkus. The Dr. John Hewlett III Scholarship is awarded to Grady Raudebush. The Lewis Scholarship, the Harry Dunn Arts Scholarship, and the Valerie Lamb Smith Arts Scholarship are presented to Sina Sakari. The Class of 2020 Scholarship is awarded to Augustia Singh. The Mary Kroll Scholarship is presented to Joel Thomas. The VFW Post 106 Scholarship is presented to Brian Watson. The Galthrop Greenwood PC Scholarship is presented to Adarshini Arangli Jesh. The David and Frankie Cassano Legacy Scholarship and the Madeline Hayes Connor Scholarship are awarded to Macy Austin. The Bernard F. Schlegel American Legion Post 134 School Award and the Bruce E. Hepke Memorial Scholarship are presented to Margaret Barnes. The Unruh Turner Burke and Freeze Scholarship is awarded to Neela Bender. The Westchester Alumni Association Eleanor Taylor Athletic Achievement Scholarship is presented to Kendall Brandon. The Dr. John Hewlett III Scholarship is awarded to Avery Chandler. The Joseph Hanselman Music Award is presented to Annabelle Dugan. The Kathy Clark Flam Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Ann Hedgecock. The Westchester Alumni Association Richard J. Connor Athletic Achievement Scholarship and the Melvin Mel Lourback Memorial Scholarship are presented to Joshua Jardin. The Lucy McSwain Memorial Scholarship and the Stanley's Green Memorial Scholarship are awarded to Peter Kennedy. The B. Reed Henderson Scholarship is presented to Jaridi Kumari. The Faculty Scholarship is awarded to Joshua Marnian. The 2024 Craft Family Educational Scholarship and the Mullenstein Family Foundation Scholarship are presented to Madeline Miller. The 2025 Warner and Evelyn Donnell Book Award is presented to Sean Pierce. The Henderson High School PTO Scholarship is awarded to Sophia Ravel. The Greater Westchester Sunrise Rotary Club, the Rotary Club of Westchester Scholarship, and the Student Senate Scholarship are presented to Talia Celerone. The Dr. Palladino Award Scholarship is presented to Konstantin Selderverstock. The Garth R. Heal Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Colin Smollers. The Dr. John Hewlett III Scholarship is presented to Addison Venditti. The BSU Award, the Dr. John Hewlett III Scholarship, and the Leon Bell Scholarship are presented to James White. The Bonnie Claire Bruno Scholarship is awarded to Haley Bentz. The B. Reed Henderson Scholarship is presented to Mason Burke. The Class of 1972 Scholarship is awarded to Karen Cheatham. The Knights of Columbus Council 1333 Scholarship, the Caroline Gallagher Cranston Memorial Scholarship, and the Ron Tutbaugh Memorial Scholarship are presented to Maura Fisher. The John Hay Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Aaron Gordon. The Marching Band Booster Book Award is presented to Lila Turbinette. Ivan Figueroa Class of 1981 Scholarship is awarded to Elisa Haudia. The Richard P. Arscott Memorial Scholarship is presented to Jacqueline Kincaid. The Nicholas Berg Scholarship is presented to Daniel Cruzen. The BSU Award, the Dr. Charles A. Thomas and Mrs. Alice C. Thomas Scholarship, and the Dr. John Hewlett III Scholarship are awarded to Miles Lakeith. The Laura Michael Memorial Legacy Scholarship is presented to McKenna Lee. The Westchester Management Team Scholarship is awarded to Anna Olson. The Westchester Vietnam Memorial Scholarship is presented to Jason Rice. The BSU Award and the NAACP Scholarship are presented to Ariana Rivera. William M. Taylor Scholarship is awarded to Alyssa Sanders. The BSU Award, the Stanley's Dream Memorial Scholarship, the Schramm Foundation Scholarship, the Scholastic Talent Accomplishment Recognition Scholarship, and the Dr. John Jewett III Scholarship are presented to Hazel Sims. The Vicki Allen Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Samantha Stallings. The Paul Stankiewicz Boys Lacrosse Scholarship is awarded to Robert White. The Boys Soccer Booster Annual Award is presented to Jason Wildermuth. At this time, I'd like to re-invite Dr. Sherlock to the podium.
Thank you, Mr. Greer. I am now pleased to present Ms. Jewel Parkinson, a school board member, for her remarks.
Good morning. I bring you greetings on behalf of the Westchester Area School Board as we congratulate and celebrate the class of 2025. Students, well done. You've reached this moment through hard work, resourcefulness, and resilience, and we are all very proud of you. As we are in springtime, the season of new beginnings, I am reminded of the words of former First Lady, Lady Bird Johnson, who once said, "Where flowers bloom, so does hope." This speaks to what we see before us right now. You, our graduates, like a garden full of beauty and possibility. Each of you has grown in your own way. You've weathered storms, been nurtured by family and community, been poured into by educators who have inspired you to achieve your personal best. And you have reached for the light, and now you are beginning to bloom. And just like a garden in bloom brings renewal and growth, your energy, your ideas, your intellect and ingenuity bring hope for our future. Simply stated, you are what gives us hope, not just as students, but as people. In this class, we have seen artists, scientists, athletes, engineers, caregivers, problem solvers, innovators, entrepreneurs, and even a few comedians emerge with great compassion and creativity. I encourage you all to keep blooming. And remember, even in the harshest climate or conditions, beauty and hope are cultivated. So nurture your curiosity, stay rooted in your values, and don't forget every now and then, pause and appreciate just how far you've come. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep choosing the path that aligns with who you truly are and what it is you do best. As you flourish and step into new chapters, college, work, service, or something yet to be discovered, remember that the roots you've laid here at B. Reed Henderson High School are strong. Whatever road you take it with integrity, take it with courage, and yes, take it with joy. You are ready and you are exactly what the future requires. Quoting the great American poet Maya Angelou, I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So as I conclude on this memorable day, it is my hope that you all feel loved, celebrated, confident, accomplished, and proud. Because of you, our future is bright and our possibilities endless. Congratulations, class of 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Parkinson, members of the board. At this time, I would like to recognize 4 outstanding educators who are retiring either at the end of this school year or during the first semester of next year. Together, they represent over 100 years of combined service in education. In a way, they too are graduating from B. Reed Henderson High School, and they will be sorely missed for their guidance, leadership, and unwavering dedication to our students. Please join me in expressing our heartfelt thanks to Mr. Vince Cellini, Mrs. Marion Jackson, Mrs. Kathy Logothetis, and Miss Kathy Teague. To the class of 2025, you have truly defined yourselves as an extraordinary group of individuals. I have been consistently impressed by your intelligence, dedication, and talent. Collectively, you have set the bar high for future classes. You've achieved remarkable success in the classroom, in the music halls, in the art room, and on the athletic fields. But even more importantly, you have given your time and energy in service to others. You exemplify the Henderson tradition of excellence in every sense. Thank you for your hard work, your perseverance, and your spirit. I am confident that the Henderson class of 2025 will continue to achieve greatness in all of their future endeavors. As you prepare to begin the next chapter in your lives, take time to reflect on the many meaningful moments you have shared during your high school journey. Remember to thank your parents, families, and teachers, the people who stood beside you, supported you, and helped shape the person you are today. Also, remember to pay it forward. Become a mentor. Be the person who makes a difference in someone else's life. Greatness is not only measured by what you accomplish, but by the impact you leave beyond the lives you choose to lift. So go forward with pride in what you've achieved and with purpose in how you live.
Some inspirational words from Booker T. Washington, who once said, "Those who are happiest are those who do the most for others." Congratulations, class of 2025. Go out into the world, serve others, and leave it better because you are here. Continue to pursue your dreams, even when the setbacks arise. They will, from time to time, but the life lessons you've learned from your families, your teachers, and your friends will guide you forward. At this time, it is my honor to introduce the Superintendent of Westchester Area School District, Dr. David Christopher.
Thank you, Dr. Sherlock. I have the most fun job here, to be honest with you. I get to say some brief remarks, and then we get to graduate. Does that sound good?
Yes.
You guys are ready? Everybody's ready? So good morning, Warriors. It is my great honor to welcome all of our students, families, teachers, and friends on this beautiful morning. The last week we've been looking at rain way too often, and I'm very happy to have this beautiful day. Today we celebrate a milestone, the end of a journey, and the beginning of so many more. But before we rush forward into what's next, I want to take you on a little journey. Not to a classroom or a campus, but to a remote island off the coast of Australia. You know, about a year and a half ago, a little 10-pound mini dachshund named Valerie, you know the dachshunds, what they are, like little dogs that look like hot dogs with the little bitty legs? That's what I'm talking about. She was on a camping trip with her family, and she ran away on this remote island in the middle of nowhere. And after an extensive search, the family gave up and assumed the worst. Then more than a year later, a farmer spotted the tiny dog running through a field on the island and took a picture of it. Somehow this tiny dog survived in a tremendously remote area. She didn't have a GPS, there were no road signs. She just had instinct, heart, and a stubborn will to keep going, and she made it. Weeks later, she was found by a wildlife rescue specialist and reunited with her family. Now you might be wondering, okay, that's a funny story, but what does that have to do with graduation? I'm going to tell you it has everything to do with graduation. Because just like Valerie, each of you will wander at some point. You'll face uncertainty, you'll question where you're going, and if you even belong there. But if a 10-pound mini dachshund can find her way through the wild for 529 days, through so many challenges, so can you. The truth is, your journey won't always be mapped. In fact, the map you have in your head for yourself about what's going to happen in your life and your future is unlikely to be the one you eventually end up experiencing. But you haven't just learned facts and formulas in school. You've learned to be curious, reflective, collaborative, kind, and resilient. These aren't just traits, these are tools. Tools that help you ask better questions, build stronger teams, and most importantly, trust yourself when the path disappears, which it most certainly will at some point. But when you're faced with a challenge, be like Valerie, be determined, be grounded in who you are. Remember, if a 10-pound dog can live in the wild on a remote island for almost a year and a half, let's be honest, when you had to create a dog to live in the wild, you would not create the mini dachshund. You know, this is the animal who seems least capable of taking care of itself in the wild. She's the equivalent of taking your family minivan on an off-roading adventure. If she can make it, you can manage your difficult class, your difficult boss, your difficult situation, whatever comes your way in the future. And even if you feel lost for a moment, remember this, you have everything you need to find your way. Congratulations, class of 2025. The world is big. You'll get a little lost in it. Then come home and tell us all what you've learned. We're really interested. We can't wait to see what amazing adventures you have. At this time, Dr. Sherlock, members of the board, faculty, families, and guests, by the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Westchester Area School District Board of School Directors, I confirm that the graduates here today have fulfilled all requirements for graduation by the PA Department of Education and the Westchester Area School District. Please prepare to receive your diplomas. Diplomas are being presented by our three school board members who are here with us today. Ms. Jewel Parkinson, Mrs. Stacy Blomstein, and Mrs. Katie Flood. Thank you.
President of the class of 2025, Kennedy Vale Carlson. Peter Reinbold Kennedy, Adarshini Arangli Bajesh. Caleb Brian Krug, Aaliyah Marie Adams. Susan Ajo Folafali Aboka. Travis Jonathan Aarons. Sara Mustafa Ahmed. Salma Mustafa Ahmed. Zaina Ishmael Tanani. Aiden Michael Anderson. Joshua Thomas Andrews. Gabriella Bandy. Jaden Miles Barksdale. Margaret Eleanor Barnes. Bauman, Rofika Begum. Alexander Robert Barenhauser, Mia Nicole Bell. Neela Michelle Bender, Connor Alexander Bennett. Haley Rebecca Bentz, Charlotte Grace Barron. Caitlin Marie Berry, Timothy Richard Bertonetti. Brooke Elizabeth Kaufman, Daniel Christopher Cruson. Liliana Carlin Petrondo, Emma Daisy Betts. Luke David Bonas, Taylor Paige Bonnie. Audrey Louise Brady, Kendall Ann Brandon. Jacob Matthew Min Bryce, Sean Patrick Bryce. Ashley Marie Brink, Evangeline Brisbane. Jillian Butterfly Bruton, Macy Burt. Jeffrey Quiero Bravo, Lucia Maria Canavaro. Lucas Keno Liliana Nicole Carpenter. Avery Louise Chandler, Kyle Chase Chera. Manan Rajesh Chetta, Karen Huiwei Chin. Jordan Marie Siosi, Grant Kensington Chakowski. Matthew Rocco Cheslakowski, Genzi Joel Cifuentes Calderon. Chase Jeffrey Sitara, Charles Michael Clark. Maddox Liznell Cohen, Brady Quinn Collins. Sean Jacob Kamoli, John Thomas Coombe III. Livia Lace Corbett, Jacob Thomas Corcoran. Emmanuel Jesus Coraliza, Owen Sheridan Criado. Gabriella Kalani Cronin, Timothy James Crouch Jr. Michael Anthony Cugino, Madeline Rose Cunningham. Emma Parker Davidson, Kristen Elizabeth Davis. Diego de los Santos Lavaleta, Dylan Thomas de Lucia. Juliana Maria DeMarco, Nicholas Scott Denadai. Anthony Joseph DeKnight Jr., Megan Maureen Denny. Anna Marie Denny. Felix John DeVries. Rachel Ariana DeBello. Sophia Grace DiFerdinando. Owen West Dixon. Daniel Gerald Dolan. Yasmin Amada Dominguez. Brianna Lynn Dorley. Nathan A. Dransfield. Anya Michelle Drew. Annabelle Rose Dugan. Leonardo James Dugan. Nicholas Adam Dunn. Kelly Elizabeth Dussel. Max Carlo Ebenreiter. Ella Day Edley. Madeline Grace Ellis. Bryce Francis Emmert. Ethan Enriquez. Maya Morella Enriquez. Mazen Ali Ershine. Harrison Richard Farrell. Danica Elizabeth Fidosh. Feliciano. Mara Grace Fisher. Paige Elizabeth Fisher. Janaya Foote. Taylor Grace Ford. Ethan Nicholas Franks. Caitlin Rose Franks. Ava Leanne Fusinger. Avery Lynn Fulling. Mason Patrick Gardner. Aubrey Reese Garris. Emmanuel Jacob Georgie. Elizabeth Giacoyo. Molly Barbara Gibbs. Meredith Brooke Gill. Eve Elizabeth Godin. Jasmine Marus Goma. Gracia Paula Gonzalez Gonzalez. Bella Sofia Gonzalez. Sadie Elizabeth Goodwin. Henry Richard Goosen. Erin Elizabeth Gordon. Kylie Michelle Gordon. Let's go, Kylie! Avery Vale Gorfty. Cohen Michael Gautreau. Frederick Jacob Graff. Jack Douglas Green. Trevor Matthew Griffin. Peyton Alexis Grimm. Leslie Jacqueline Gartan Duran. Braulio Damon Guzman Guzman. Hunter H. Haas. John Francis Halloran. Ethan E. Hargan. Chloe Vanessa Harris. Josephine Hedgecock. Willa Catherine Henderson. Jack Paul Hendrickson. Timothy Joseph Hennessy Jr. Catherine Isabella Henson. Neve Teresa Parody. Zen May Herbiner. Mia Christine Herbert. Roman Badalano Hill. Nathan William Hemsworth. Evan Mark Hoffman. Kellen Patrick Hoffman. Lindsay Marie Hoffman. Olivia Michelle Holman. Ryan Joseph Horenkamp. Sam Isaac Houchin. Franklin Willard Halder III. John Dennis Halder. Julia Grace Hughes. Waverly Renee Hunt. Grace Elizabeth Hutto. Reagan Amanda Urban Hanna. Trevor Marquise Ising. Alessandra Vitruvian. Joshua Jardin. Adrian San Lucas Jaro. Julissa Renata Haldia. Gabriel Wayne Johnson. Parker Jordan Ronaldo Perez Lazama. Mia Nicole Jury. Adaram Shrikar Kandalam. Sai Nishant Karanam. Elliot Graham Carver. Jacqueline Marie Kincaid. Juliana Rose Kirby. Rachel Nicole Clara. Zoe Hope Kleckner. Mackenzie Rose Klein. Christian Maxwell Knapp. Hope Genevieve Knoble. Sean Ellis Michael Knowles Jr. Ayana Nevea Knuckles. Isabella Grace Korb. Caden William Kratz. Timothy Joseph Kroll. William Coulter Christoph. Heidi Abigail Krug. Thridi Kumari. Evan Harris Kurtzel. Kaylin Julia Ladd. Miles Blue Latif. Amelia Irene Laverty. Landon Anthony Lawrence. Catherine Ray Leary. Benson Runshi Lee. Nora Wynn Linehan. Patrick Michael Linehan. Gustavo Luaza Orduna. Jessica Daniela Lopez. Rosemary Isamar Lopez Molina. Evelyn Lopez Pena. Julian Silas Lozada. William Finley Lucas. Rowan Richard Macklin, Mina Grace Malazzi, Alexis Maria Mancini, Casey Taryn Manos, Scarlett Catherine Majera, Joshua John Marnian, Sabrina Ann Marshall, Demetrius Dean Mayo, Brian James McCarthy, Owen James McCausland, Andrew Christopher McDonald, Derek Joel McGee, Peyton Christopher McElhenney, Brett Cameron McElhenney, Macy Elizabeth Austin, McKenna Catherine McGee, Aiden Joseph McGuire, Emma Rachel Crowngold, Brenna Grace McGusky, Keely Michelle McMasters, Jason Patrick McMonigal, Ryan Rose Burke, Molly Grace Michelle, Zachary Edward Meiton, Madeline Gianna Miller, Samuel Woods Miller, Ivan Molina, Jackson Matthew Bonzalewski, Edwin Montez Loaza, Alexis Morales Soto, Jeremy Caden Mueller, Paige Mutertes, Chase David Munson, Madison Isabella Murphy, Jayshree Gutha Christian, Cole Christian Navazio, Jamie Victoria Newman, John Peter Nikas, Brianna Marie Noble, Ella Nolan, Abigail Brinton O'Connor, Madison Sinclair O'Malley, Logan Cale Hannon O'Mara, Cody Jonathan O'Toole, Herman Ochoa, Ezequiel Ochoa, Evan Timothy Off, Lizzie Oliva Molina, Isabella Marie Olivo, Nathaniel Scott Olmstead, Anna Lily Olson, Paul John Olson, Decker Joseph Organs, Milagros Mila Ortigoza Cruz, Matthew Alexander Otero, Emily Arlene Otto, Aiden James Halo, Elena Christine Patterson, Abby Bryce Patton, Olivia Grace Patterson, Benjamin Austin Pence, Omar Emmanuel Perez Camacho, Robert Daniel Perna III, Phillips, Ryan Tyree Pierce, Sean Gordon Pierce, Alexis Ann Camino, Blake Emerson Platts, Brody Lee Pratt, Adam Walter Ponser, Michaela Leah Coy, Bryce Everett Pratt, Stephen Praetorian, Elena Carolyn Price, Sean Norman Prime, Catherine Rose Pruden, Annabelle Marie Purvis, Hari Pyretti, Jessica Haley Quay, Sasha Elizabeth Quinn, Nethratara Ramesh, Sidlali Ramirez, Alexis Ramirez Valdez, Ryan Andrew Renali, Sophia Reyes, Leonardo A. Ricardari, Jason Walter Rice, Owen Thomas Richards, Michael Richardson, Lily Ann Rinkus, Sophia Louise Ravel, Ariana Noel Rivera, Asia Diamond Robinson, Camille Margaret Robach, Julian Nathan Rodkey, Caitlin Bree Rodriguez, Weston Wayne Rafi, Parker William Raudebush, Brady Thomas Raudebush, Madison Elizabeth Romano, Michelle Salgado Martinez, Talia Josephine Salome, Alyssa Grace Sanders, Megan Jeanette Santamaria, Sina Sharon Zakari, Hannah Rose Sheets, Sydney Posey Shearer, Grace Elizabeth Schneider, Jake William Schultz, Ryan Thomas Schumann, Liam Patrick Schwinn, Konstantin Siliverstock, David Roman Sell, Alexander Christian Seraphim, Snuhit Chandangi, Ian James Shannon, Anika Sharma, Rima Sherergar, Hazel Menseh Sims, Augustia Singh, Patrick Maurice Sinnott, Leah Bennett Skomarucha, Olivia Grace Sladuka, Brooke Taylor Sliney, Anna Marguerite Smith, Braden Philip Smith, Jacob Paul Smith, Colin Colin Johannes Walker Smolders, Samantha Lynn Stallings. Bailey Clark Steimel, Mason Anthony Stein. Addison Jean Stern, Brody James Stewart. Evan Matthew Stiles, Vivian Bright Stilling. Edward Frederick Stoltz, Ronan Stromberg. Anif Subratsi, Rose Diane Sweeney. Evelyn Ty, Rebecca Elizabeth Taylor Storm. Michael Brendan Thompson, Evan John Thompson. Joel Sembeth Thomas, Yazleni Telez Chino. Ruhi Brushali Trazi, Skylar Angelica Trudeau. Brady Harold Turner, Maximilian Robert Twistler. Matthew John Tuig, Luca Anton Herbanek. Grace Ellen Urbanski, Natalie Elizabeth Urbanski. Jake Basile, Addison Lynn Venditti. Evelyn Valalva Para, Madeline Grace Walsh. Yumna Sayeda Wasif, Brian Charles Watson III. Matthew Blair Weaver, Jenna Claire Weissman. Allison Elizabeth Werner, Peter Hunter Thomas Roger Jason Floyd Wildermuth. Isabella Grace Williams, Mandaya Juanita Williams Dent. Natalie Francis Wilmes. Juliana Nicole Wilson. John Aiden Woods.
I sent it to all four of you.
Right.
Oh no, there's another person that. What? There's another EMT. Just, look, another person's being
Field Schwerer.
I'll send you my
Ankit Guerra.
Perfect, thank you.
My Ziv.
Fellow graduates, please move your tassels. Congratulations, everyone! At this time, I would like to introduce senior soloist, the one and only Daniel Cruson, accompanied by the Henderson High School Quartet for the playing of our alma mater. Please stand.
Friends and family, please remain standing. A friendly reminder, please remain in your seats and keep our pathways clear for the graduates to exit the stadium. Please wait for the music to stop before you exit the stadium. This is for the safety of our graduates and everyone in attendance. This concludes our graduation exercises. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.